Hi, good morning. Sitting here thinking about everything, and I've started posting more on Facebook, and I've been watching things pretty closely on social media, in the news, Twitter, everything for quite a while now. And it's getting to the point now where it's getting extremely personal to me. And a lot more things are coming out and being said. And it's got me thinking of how a lot of the world is really blind to a lot of this. And why other people can't see it as clearly as others. What's been going on for generations and generations. Not just in politics, but in Hollywood and in music. You know, how many people have died over this, been murdered over this, how many poor children have been abused and murdered. All this time, you know, people claiming to be something they aren't, you know, worshiping false idols. It's just so, I could go on and on and on. But what I want to get to is that I myself, I really don't know crap about politics. I've never cared. I've never chose one or the other, left or right or anything like that. I've never really identified as anything because it just really is not that interesting to me. So I'm not claiming that I know anything about any kind of politics, but one thing I do know is when I was younger, when I was hurt as a child, and I told, you know, nobody would listen to me. So I can relate to that. So now fast forward to now, and I think about how many people would my child have to tell before he believed? Well, he'd only have to tell me, and I would believe him. So think of all of the people who are wanting to be heard, who have told, and no one has listened. And I think a time has come now that we need to start paying attention, and we need to start hearing those voices. And it doesn't matter what you identify with in the politic world. The bottom line is there's somebody that's stepping up that is trying to make sure that those voices are all accounted for. And every single one of those voices matter. And it shouldn't be a debate. It shouldn't be a debate at all. They should see justice. They should have justice. And that's what it comes down to for me. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. It didn't take nothing for me to realize that this is sick. This is wrong. And I have educated myself on who is sitting at President of the United States. Who's up there? Who is taking charge? Who is changing all of this? And we're slowly watching it crumble. I mean, it doesn't take a real smart person to see that. So it's just something to think about. Just think about giving justice to the children, to the victims. And that's really what it's all about. It's about bringing us back to God and setting everything right. Because we've been going the wrong way for far, far, far too long. Thank you. That's all.